Having a great day. I know I am. And today's topic, which is so fundamental to LinkedIn success, is really a posting and content marketing strategy that really achieves your goals. And, initially that's where you got to start with some goals, and then you could model your content strategy around it. Now, what I found is people just have a tendency to publish or create videos or whatever you want to call your content delivery system is whatever they're thinking about, whatever they're doing, whoever they're doing it with. And feel free, chat's on. So I'd love to have you on the show and recognize you. And if you have any questions, it would actually add a lot of value to today's broadcast. Getting back to content, listening and reading what some of the most successful people on LinkedIn employ is a pillar strategy. And what does a pillar strategy with content mean? Well, instead of picking like whatever it is or whatever's popular or whatever you think people want to hear, pick 3, 2, 4, whatever it is, but 3 seems to be a good number. Areas that you're really interested in, have experience or will have experience in, or just want to build community around. In my case, it's LinkedIn strategy. It's LinkedIn Live. I do this every day, and I just created a program that's just out of sight when it comes to taking advantage of it. And in addition to that, it's really LinkedIn business development, lead generation. So those are the 3 areas I'm most interested in. Mohammed's here. Thank you so much for joining. I know you're a frequent guest and a most honored guest. So thank you, Mohammed. Anybody else out there want to share who you are and where you're from? And if you have questions, that's great. Getting back to the strategy, if you pick 3 things, you'll continue to make a bigger impact in a smaller niche, which will allow you to have more relevancy with your audience because it's already been defined as to what the subject matter is. And over time, that's all you talk about. And you become an expert in your field, get top of mind awareness, and you get to really dig deeper. The deeper you dig on LinkedIn, sounds like a tongue twister, the richer it gets, the more nuanced it gets. So don't try to be everything to everybody all over the place. There's not enough you and there's too many places. Pick what you're comfortable with. The key to LinkedIn success, or one of them, is taking control, managing your success, creating your success, developing it. Most people go to LinkedIn like it's a billboard waiting for someone to reach out and offer them a favor. Well, there's 810, now I heard 830 million people on LinkedIn. How many favors are there? And if those people are waiting, who's the one providing? There is nobody. It's you. The game is between you and yourself. And the idea is to focus on areas of interest that you're passionate about, that you really want to learn more about, because that's what's going to be necessary. If you're just superficial, let it fly, set and forget, you're going to get the results that really generates, and it's not much. It's actually mediocre, frustrating, disappointing, and eventually lends itself to leaving. That's a bad road. If you're on it, stop, turn around, move to the light where, you're in charge. When at the end of the day, you can take credit for what you do and take credit for what you don't do. And there's a saying, everything you do either takes you closer to your goal or further away. Getting back to content, how often do you post? At least twice a week. I post every day, been doing it for 3 years. It's a habit. It's a good habit. I look forward to it, just like exercise, just like eating. It's part of my day. Why not do it right? And here's where another qualifying element you can achieve is if someone's doing what I'm doing every day and not charging for it, giving you the best of what I learned and what I know and what I've learned. Got another individual here. Thank you so much, Dr. Edna. Hello down from UAE. Hello back. And here is, I agree, share your vision and mission to see if anyone resonates with your passion. That is so true. Because, then you're authentic. Then you're true to yourself. You're true to others. And true is where you want to be and where you want to stay. There's too much cynicism, skepticism, distrust. You don't want any part of that. The more you can illuminate, the more you can shine, your focus. And your focus should be helping others. The more you can help, the more you will be helped. Believe me, it's always been the key to my success. Thank you again, Dr. Edna. And then who do you promote it to? There's so many people in a content strategy that only focus on content and not audience. I see so many posts that are quality posts, good information, great people, but they've got no connections. They've got no followers. They post something, they get 2 comments, a like or 2. It's usually a family or friend member. And then they really, pull their hair out at night thinking, how do I do better? What's wrong with this content? Nothing's wrong. No one's seen it. What are they going to do with it? What's someone who doesn't see it going to do with something they don't see? Nothing. So, build your audience. How do you build your audience? Again, be proactive. Create your opportunities. Search for the people you love to see, you love to read, you love to watch. Follow them. Comment, support them, and endear yourself to them. They'll bring you in. That's the way it works. It's like talking to a stove and say, give me fire and I'll give you wood. No, it doesn't work that way. Just the opposite. So really find those people and work it. Are you actually, ask yourself, how much time are you putting in and what are you getting out? And if you're not getting out enough, you need to put more time in or use your time better or both. And this is one way, is to get right with yourself. That's what strategies are about. Put it on paper, not paper. Put it on a doc. I'm as old school and as new school as you're ever going to see as far as balance. So, my suggestion is post on 3 key areas. Do it at least twice a week, which gives you some consistency, which then lends itself to dependability. And, people have to know where you're going to be when you're going to be there. You're not known enough just to show up and all of a sudden have an audience. So, build your audience. In your post, share upcoming opportunities, what you're doing. In your comments, your own post, not someone else's. You don't want to promote yourself on somebody else's post. And you really don't want to be too salesy on your own stuff. But you have an obligation to share what the next step is if you're interested. Everything you do in content is usually, sharing insights. But the key is to get interaction. And if your insights aren't doing that, that's another approach. Okay, we've got Alex here. Alex is a great guy. I've gotten to know him over the last month or 2. Oops, sorry. I'll have this comment, YouTube and Instagram for me. LinkedIn being the first one. Well, I think, at a certain point, you have to have a voice or find your voice. You need to apply your voice, but do it in an orderly manner and do it in a way that appeals to you, because what appeals to you will appeal to people like you. And be friendly, be respectful, bring that into it. People are so focused on words and not intention, so the only reason why so many people do what they do versus other people who do better is because they do it better. It's not luck. LinkedIn doesn't pick favorites here. So the key is and it's so easy to see other people doing what they're doing, copy it. It's so easy to get on my LinkedIn Live every morning. I'm typically here approximately at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 days a week. I'll be here tomorrow. Uh, you know, it is to change, evolve. And the more you do, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you change. And the more you change for the better, you create your opportunities. It's that simple. There's 830 million people on LinkedIn. That's a lot. How many do you need? 1, 2, 5, 10? So what? 10 out of 830 million? You would have to open your door so wide it wouldn't be feasible. So the best thing is to target, be the chooser. Don't sit there in the marketplace and be for hire. Don't trade your time for money to anybody who feels like it. That's just way too commercial, and it's not satisfying, and it's not sustainable. So get into where you initiate, you create your content strategy, your posting strategy should all encompass niches, key focus in those niches, continuous repetition in order to get top of mind awareness. And there's a saying, be known before you're needed. So let me see, we got any more? Alex says, I'll make a calendar entry repeating. Good approach. Everybody should put it down. Putting things down on paper makes it real. And also gives you a chance to look at it in a different way. So challenge yourself. If your goal and your objectives are significant, then the commitment to it should be just as significant. And if it's not, you're not in alignment. You're not realistic. You've got expectations that don't really align with reality. And why not have some patience? Why not persevere? Why not use this as an opportunity to strengthen those muscles? And your content strategy and your posting strategy that goes along with it is key. What I'll also suggest is do LinkedIn Lives. Why go through the filtering of posting text, which is so unexciting, and it just doesn't catch? This LinkedIn Live is definitely, and it should be, one of your content marketing strategies. Go to doncohenconsulting.com. I got a program just for LinkedIn Live, and give yourself 30 days to amaze yourself what could happen, especially working together every week. So with that said, I hope everybody takes this information, applies it, pick out your key areas, have a strategy, a calendar where you can, continue to follow and measure. There's a saying, you can't manage what you don't measure. And reach out to me. If you need extra help, I'm always open to people who approach it in the most positive way. And I'm looking for more and more people to co-host LinkedIn Live shows with. So with that said, have a great Saturday, and we'll talk tomorrow. Thank you